What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night. Or no, it's not Wednesday night.
No,
It's Thursday night.
Yeah, we missed it.
Everything is wrong because,
Yeah.
well, Christmas and New Year's kind of ruined us this year. So, it gave us a nice break from Wednesday night live streaming.
Oh, yeah.
My wife was somewhat happy about it.
Kind of surprised her home for a Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what happened to routine, man? It's
Yeah.
gone. What's going
So, everybody, do us a favor. It's gonna be a shorter stream tonight than what we normally do, but do us a favor and smash that like button so that we get as many people in here as possible as we kind of go through, all of the giveaways. 12 Days of Christmas this year was a blast for us. It was actually my wife's idea for us to reach out to some of the other brands that we are friends with and collaborate with at NAMM or anywhere else, and people who we use their gear regularly on the live stream. And she's like, why don't you ask them if they want to participate? And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So
totally great idea.
So props to my wife for having a really, really great idea. And
Absolutely.
And then also, huge thanks to all of the companies that decided to come alongside us. I mean, Novo, Sully, Schecter, Fluff, Perfecto, Eventide, MXR Dunlop, Keeley, Temple Audio, Junotes, Stringjoy, Glenn Fricker at SMG, the Worship Tutorials guys. I mean, the list it's massive.
It's massive.
Of all the people who
So cool.
decided to hop on with us. And
Yeah.
I mean, we started this back during the pandemic, actually.
Right.
We first did the Make Music at Home campaign.
Right.
That was kind of the first of the kind of bigger giveaway things that we did, where I don't even remember how many amps we gave away during the Make Music at Home thing. I just remember we were all stuck at home, and at first we were paranoid that it was going to be just you and I, and
Right.
you were going to get a day job again, and I was going to go back to selling stickers, and and slowly kind of keep things rolling. And then, it was within a few weeks that sales and everything just shot right through the roof as everyone was stuck at home, and that's when we decided to do the Make Music at Home campaign, where you could win a D20 or D or a G20.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that kind of started off us doing, kind of giveaway things.
Yeah.
I mean, we had participated in other people's, but that's when we kind of started to do our own thing. And we had, COVID times for, music equipment for anybody. If you could produce stuff, you had the best time.
Oh,
at
crazy
the
money.
best sales, everything was unbelievable. So, as we were nearing December 2020, we started thinking about hey, how can we kind of, bless other people and give back, because, we were really, really fortunate. Not just the fact that we had jobs and we could keep working and all that, but you guys all kept us very, very busy. So it was awesome. So we came up with the idea of doing 12 Days of Christmas. And it's my favorite, thing like that we do. Call it a charitable thing, call it a marketing campaign, whatever you want to call it. It's an excuse for us to be able to give something back to everybody, and also an excuse for us to, make reels for social media and do all of the kind of more fun side of what we do, and play with gear, obviously. I remember that. Was that the first year that were you dressed up as Santa Claus?
I don't know. Maybe. I
No,
feel like I did it before.
You did.
before
You
that.
dressed up as Santa Claus for the. Was it the launch video for the G4?
It totally was. Or was
it
it the G3? I can't remember.
It
One
was a
of the two.
G4 video, and I remember Jason Ross coming up here right before Christmas that year to come shoot video at Stereo Bus with us on the G4, where Dan dressed up as Santa Claus, and yeah. So
Good
that
times.
must have been 2019.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. I think it was.
2018, 2019, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So,
Santa
but
Claus
yeah.
was revealed.
So, anyway, cheers, man.
Cheers, dude.
Really
Yeah.
thankful that we can do this
100%.
again. I hope you guys all enjoyed, any of the posts or social media stuff that we did around this. And thank you guys all for coming and, hanging out with us tonight. So, as they say, don't bore us, get to the chorus. So let's talk about winners. So day one, Dan, what could they win and who's going to win it?
All right, day one, guys. Let's get pumped up. So day one winner, you're going to get this beautiful jacket right here. Nice Rev jacket. There you go. You're going to get a jacket and a t-shirt.
Yep.
And the winner of that is going to be Tanner Taylor from Washington.
Yeah.
Congrats. Happy New Year.
Congrats.
Oh, yeah, and everybody say hi to Luke. And do you have a kazoo, or what is it that you have?
Yeah,
just a noisemaker.
It's some noisemaker.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, a little prop for you.
All right. So, and you guys can, ask any questions along the way that you guys want. You can also, we would love to hear your guys' suggestions about what you like about the contest or what you guys think that we should change, because, as long as we're still here next year and everybody's still in business, then we'll be. I'm sure we'll be doing it again next year. So
yeah. So let us know. Let us know what you guys think of it all.
Yeah. All right. So day 2, you're gonna win. It's more swag. There's lots of gear this year, but there's also lots of swag. So one of our hockey jerseys, which you can only actually get by winning them, because we never did find a way to properly sell them. But you're also going to get hockey jersey and a hoodie.
Beauty.
And a beanie, but I don't even know if I have a beanie here. But
right behind
or as
you.
we call them, toques.
There you go.
So
beautiful
net cap, wool cap, whatever you call it. And that is going to Colton Brownlee out of Missouri. Oh man,
little
Luke,
choke
that
there,
one
buddy.
was that one was sad.
There it is.
Nice.
Congrats, Colton.
Nice.
It's a good win. That jersey, man, it's hard to come by.
Yeah. Yeah, we did those for. How many of you guys watching saw our winter test facility video that we did? That's where those jerseys were from. We did our dumb little hockey video making fun of, because we get so many people ask about like factory tours. And honestly, our building is not very big. It would take maybe 2 minutes to do a factory tour. Although Perfecto did kind of one when he was here. So
yeah, it depends on how long we want to talk about stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it
5 minutes max.
Yeah, and it's always a mess. Like, hey, there's Colton. Congrats, man.
Yeah, wicked, dude. Congrats.
Yep. And we will be sending out, I think pretty much all of these prizes will be being sent out tomorrow. So, hey, and there's John Sullivan from Sully Guitars is here. So everybody say thanks to John for chipping in, because he sent us over an awesome Trella guitar that's, killer.
That's wicked, man.
Christopher Quinn asks, how many pink D20s were made? Around 20, either 20 or 25 of them, I think, is all that we made. They're definitely cool. They were all supposed to go to one dealer, and then that dealer came back and decided to change their order and took like 5 of them instead of, it was either 20 or 25. So, all right. So, day 3 is, it's kind of mine and Sam's pedal pick. And what we wanted to do was, we could each pick what would be our kind of staple rev pedal that we use all the time. So for me, I picked the Tilt Overdrive. If I had to choose just one of our pedals to use, that's going to be the one that I'm probably going to use the most.
And Sam, and I agree with Sam completely on this one, is the G3 Anniversary Edition. So when those two bad boys are going to go to Ben Wonder Sits from Victoria, Australia.
Yeah.
So
And
Ben from Australia, Wonder Sits, if I'm saying that correctly. Congrats, man. Just won yourself a Tilt Odeon G3 Anniversary Edition.
nicely done, Luke.
And Luke is 2 for 3.
You're doing great, bud. Just doing great.
I just realized I committed to all 12 of these, so I got to get some variety somehow.
It's funny.
Dominion Electric Effects. Yeah, man, for sure. Hit me up on either on social media or just email me, Derek@revamps.com. And And thanks for your support. And you've got a D25. That's awesome. All right. So day 4's prize pack came about because Perfecto de Castro was here last year, and he had sent me one of his Bad 94 pedals to check out, and it's a really great high gain pedal. I think it's based off of the Marshall Shredmaster, is what it kind of started out life as. And when he was here, he was showing me that he was using the Tilt Boost along with the MXR hybrid fuzz pedal, and with those two pedals and an original like PAF style humbucker, you could get like the perfect like Eric Johnson tone. It sounded unbelievable. And we were fortunate enough that TJ Silger had left a guitar here that had an original like 59 PAF in it.
Oh man, wicked.
So we got to mess with it quite a bit, and yeah, it sounded incredible. And then this year, I was talking with the guys over at Dunlop MXR about participating, and I was like, what I would love to get? I'm like, I had gotten one of the hybrid fuzzes for myself so that I could do the same thing, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'd love to get one of these. And Perf and I, when we were in Germany at a Guitar Summit, we were talking, and he's like, man, I'd love to help, however, with the 12 days. And I was like, do you have any more of your pedals? Because these pedals are kind of rare. Like, Perf builds these himself by hand. Like, they're not done by some company. So he only builds them, I think, like 25 at a time.
Oh, it's killer, right?
Yeah. And it's a great sounding pedal. So I said, like, well, hey, I'm like, if you want to give away one of your pedals, then,
Oh, yeah.
let's do it, and we'll do kind of like the Perf like kind of pack. So, a Tilt Boost, the MXR Hybrid Fuzz, the Bad 94, and Perf's favorite pedal from us is the G3. Also a G3 pedal. And so that's the Perfecto prize pack. And that is going to Harley Gomez out of Utah.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Harley.
Killer prize. Way to go, Harley. It's awesome, Eddie.
Shampoo for drinking. Yes, we do read the chat. It just sometimes it goes by faster than we can, and sometimes Luke doesn't leave it on the chat, so we can't actually read it. So
Yeah, the way that we have the overlays right now it's a different tab, so I'm trying to check in and out. But
yeah, if you have a question, just ask it more than once if we don't get to it.
The Schwarzer Rogan got a 3 anniversary and it's replaced my BEOD.
Oh, cool, man. I like the BEOD pedal a lot
So
too.
do I, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's,
so,
wow. Excellent. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. All right. You're up. It's your turn.
All right. Well, it looks like we're looking at some more Sam Essentials. And so this is the Day 5 prize. And this is what Sam would put on his pedal board. So we're looking at the G8, Tilt Boost, Northern Mauler. We got the Keeley compressor and some cables and strings. And so that's a massive prize pack there. And so that's going to Adric Areola out of Mexico. So congrats, man. That's a massive prize pack right there.
Yeah. And that's all of the stuff that like I told Sam, like what I wanted him to do is tell me like what are the things that you have to have on your board, like, or what are the key things that are on your board? Because my board that I use is here for Gear and Beer. And it's the one that I use all the time. But Sam actually uses one of our like house boards that we take to NAMM when he's here, and then he has a separate board at home. And I was like, man, I'm like, tell me what you would choose, like, or what's on that board at home, because I never know exactly what he has on it.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
So that's kind of what he picked. And I should mention that like when we run our contests, we do have them open to pretty much everywhere in the world. I mean, there's a couple of places like Russia and places like that right now that it's impossible to get things to.
Yeah.
So, you can't win if you're from there. But everywhere else in the world, we try to have it open so that, it's not just North America that can participate. So
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, and as Robbie Tim says, do us a favor and smash that like button. Also, if you guys aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit subscribe. Helps us out a lot for when we're, doing fun content or just launching new products. That it's an easy way for you guys to get to see what we've got going on. Hey, there's Adric.
Congrats, man.
I really hope we're saying your name correctly, and
Yeah,
and
it's a killer win, dude.
yeah, congrats, man.
Oh yeah.
So day 6 from the 12 Days of Christmas was my essentials for a pedal board, and what do I all use? And for me, that's the Chat Breaker, the Tilt Boost, the G2, an MXR Carbon Copy Deluxe, and
must
then
have.
some strings and a cable to go with it. And that is going to John Joe Williams out of the UK.
Man, cool packs.
Yeah.
Congrats, John Joe. That's awesome, man.
Yep. So, yeah. Yeah, like what would your I mean, I didn't ask you. I should have got you to
No, it's
build
okay.
your own board. What would your essentials be? Maybe not like what brand of like delay or anything, but like what
Specific effects
like
themselves.
do you have specific pedals from us and or like specific effects that you would have to have on a pedal board?
For the little amount of playing that I do these days, yeah, I mean, it would be things like the G3, G4. Honestly, like I really like the new G2 Anniversary Edition, but I probably wouldn't have it on my board
Okay.
just because I just don't go for tones like that these days. But yeah, definitely a reverb delay. Man, honestly, that's probably really it. Maybe the tilt boost, just to drive something a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty reliant on the amp
Yeah.
as a whole. So when it comes to pedals, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna drive an amplifier, then the G3 is probably gonna sit. Like if I've got the 120, I'm probably not gonna use a lot.
Yeah.
So for you and Sam, you guys have some pretty healthy choices there. I'd be a lot less board space there.
I find I gravitate more towards using drive pedals right now than
Amplifiers.
mainly just out of convenience. So like if I am playing out anywhere, it's going to be at church, and hauling a 120 to church versus hauling two D20s.
Yeah.
I'll just take two D20s with me.
Oh,
and
100%, yeah.
So, and I also find that like I like the different flavors that you can get from having a bunch of different overdrives.
Yeah, sure.
So like running them into like the D40s clean channel, and I'll always have the amp a little bit broken up. Like I won't ever have it completely clean.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I like experimenting with stuff. Like I've been using that Vemaram Janray a bit lately. The Schnobeltone Daily Driver I had been using for a long time, but I haven't used it more than once or twice in the last probably year or so.
Did something replace it?
Yeah, the Janray kind of.
Okay,
And I also normally have the Greer Lightspeed on here, but I don't remember why I took it off. Probably because I didn't have space with the Janray on there.
Oh yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
to try that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of where I stand with pedal boards. It's mostly
Yeah.
going to be some distortion and minimal effects, but yeah, I'm more reliant on the amplifier. But in the case of taking a 120 out, like, hey man, I get it.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the D20 or even the G20 out and just say, okay, I'm going to drive with pedals.
Would you use a delay or a verb or anything, or you'd be pretty
would.
dry? Yeah.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a reverb and delay would be my absolute go-tos.
Okay.
Anything else? I mean, the G8 for sure if the amplifier didn't have a gate, right?
Right.
So that would probably be on my board as well. But yeah, I don't know. Perhaps there's other things that I haven't experimented with yet. Then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mr. JWJ says, we know you like it dirty, Derek. Thanks, man. So what's day 7?
All right. Day 7 and things keep getting better, guys. Okay, we got G-Series Anniversary set. So here we're giving you all 3.
Yep.
So wow, killer, man. We got the 2 Notes Opus,
Yep.
got the Keeley Zoma,
Yep.
and some IR packs. And that's amazing.
Yeah,
So-
so that'll allow you to do like kind of a mini direct thing, right? Like you could essentially use the Opus has preamp modeling in it.
So the IR packs, your choice sort of thing? Or
Yeah, well, you get some extra rev ones to go with it, and 2 Notes is throwing in like an extra 2 or 3 IR packs.
Beautiful.
And then also there's some IRs from the guys at Worship Tutorials that they're also throwing in.
oh,
So
killer.
So that'll kind of allow you to run like almost like a pedal board version of a generator. I mean, the Opus's preamp will be not a little bit different. It'll be different than the generators, but it sounds pretty good. And I've messed with it running it direct. And I used prior to the Opus, I used the Cab M quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
It's a great solution for like fly rig or for, anything if you just want to carry a board.
Oh, killer.
But you still have the ability to, kind of twist knobs and all that fun stuff. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
Robert Tidwell, it's all yours, buddy. Congrats. You win the Day 7 prize. That's the whole G Series anniversary set. So,
Nice.
that's killer.
All right.
Congrats.
So day 8. Hey, Luke, can you go back? Somebody said, do you think you can correct the QR code text? The Y seems very lonely. I don't know. Is there a QR code up?
Yeah, the community one.
Oh, does it look weird? Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah, it's just the way that Restream posts it. Sorry, it's not.
Sorry, why? You're all alone tonight, buddy.
Not the best. All right, day 8. So this is a live
All
stream
right.
board. So this is kind of like what Sam does use, which is, whenever any guests are coming, it's the board that we use all the time. So this one, though, you get a Temple audio board along with some modules to go with it.
Oh, man.
You're also going to get a G3, a G8, a tilt, a chat breaker,
Crazy.
the MXR Power Brick Pro to power it, the Keeley Halo. And that whole board setup is going to Derek Clausen out of BC.
Man, congrats, Derek.
So congrats, Derek.
That's massive.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty excited.
Yeah, I wanted to, when we started having like companies say that they were wanting to come on board, I was like, all right, well, I feel weird giving away like a pedal and here's a G3 and the Halo. And I was like, why don't we do things that we actually,
Yeah.
this is the stuff we use,
Oh, yeah. Just a massive lineup, too.
Yeah. So, yeah, congrats to Derek Clausen.
Yeah, congrats, man. Happy New Year. That's a win.
Yeah, so we're down to the last 4 days,
Good
and
start to the year.
this is where we start to get into the amplifiers that we've got.
Here we
Which
go.
I'm not sure if you know this, but we build amplifiers here.
Do we?
Yes,
Wow.
it might seem like most of what we do is
I didn't know
print
that.
merchandise and
Yeah.
make pedals,
Well, I
but
thought, yeah.
yeah,
being a guy that
make
makes
jerseys
stickers.
that we don't sell. Perfect.
Yeah. All right, well, day 9 prize. Here we go then. The big boys. So this guy here, another massive lineup. This is crazy, guys. We're getting out of hand here. Okay, so we got a D25 on top. We've got the H90.
Yeah, the Eventide H90.
Killer. Is that here? Is that there?
It's in the box,
Right
but
in
yeah.
the middle there, yeah.
WT presets and IRS.
So the worship tutorials presets to go with your Eventide, because they've done a whole ton of killer presets.
Sure.
For the Strymon stuff. If you guys don't know the worship tutorials guys, even if you're not into like church music and stuff like that, they build some just really awesome like delay and reverb. They build
Those are
other
masters
presets,
of
but
that.
those presets that they do are really killer. So you're gonna get a bunch of those and a bunch of IRs to go with it.
Wowzers.
So who's it going to?
All right. Marty Hoyard from Montana. All yours, Marty.
Congrats, Marty.
Congrats on that one. That's a cool set right there.
Nice. Yeah, and there's some of the guys here are guys who have won last year. Hey, can you scroll up just a bit? I saw one comment there. Joe said these packs already seem a little bit oversized and super generous, but then they keep getting bigger. You folks are really giving back to your community. So awesome. Glad to have bought a bunch. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Wow, thanks, dude. Thanks for sharing that with us. Amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's you guys are what keep us in business. So
100%.
we're very very thankful
Super
for
thankful.
all of you guys that spend any money on anything from us, whether it is a T-shirt or a Generator 120 or anything in between.
Oh yeah.
It's
we're so grateful.
what keeps us. It's what keeps us doing what we love. So thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for supporting us over the years.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it means a ton.
And to me, I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to like approach like other brands and ask them to come alongside us and give stuff away, and then be like, oh yeah, so the grand prize is gonna be a Sully guitar. Thanks, Sully, for funding our content. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, no. I'm like, there has to be something from Rev and something cool. And you know, I started thinking about like, what would I have loved getting, you know, before I worked in the industry. Not
Yeah.
that I don't like getting, you know, free gear now. It's awesome when somebody
hey.
sends you something to
Can't complain, man.
check out and then tells you like, yeah, you can keep that, and you're like, what? Like, so
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, man, I would love it if I got like some sort of like kind of rig, like I could actually use like
Yeah, just out of the
like not
box.
just like one thing to play with.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
yeah, so
I mean, that's above and beyond. Seriously.
yeah. So all right. So day 10. So day 10's prize is winner's choice of a D20 or a G20 lunchbox
Crazy
head
good.
from us. So you get to choose. Also, this Nick Johnson HSS Strat from Schecter, which my Nick Johnson, this is my favorite guitar that I own right here. Mine's the USA version, but this is the import version, which is a really nice guitar. And so, a D20 or a G20, the Nick Johnson HSS from Schecter, and then some strings from our good friends over at Stringjoy, and some IR packs to go in that D20 or G20 for you.
Beautiful.
And that pack,
Look at that sucker.
hopefully I say this properly, but that pack is going to Rico De Luna from Winnipeg, actually.
Oh,
Hometown boy.
There it is.
I have no idea who Rico is, but
Yeah. Congrats, man. That's
hey,
killer.
Dan Blom, how you doing? Dan's a great friend of ours out of
Hey, Daniel.
Nashville, Tennessee, Spring Hill, Franklin area. That he owns the brand EB Rooster, and he
Right.
builds some killer guitars that I don't have
Amazing
any of them out right now, but amazing guitars, amazing repair and setup guy, and also just all around awesome dude.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, do him and yourselves a favor and go check out EB Rooster Guitars. Killer guitars with a great story where they also give back a lot to people with addictions, like to help people with addictions, overcome addictions. And yeah, just awesome. Love you, Dan.
Yeah. Happy New Year, Dan.
Yeah. Happy New
All
Yeah,
the
Happy
best
New
to
Year
you.
to everybody.
Yeah. Happy New Year to
So,
everybody. All the best to everybody, man. Like,
yes.
there it is.
So,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep moving here. Day 11 prize. Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh,
so,
man, this is a good one. Guys are gonna. All right. So we got that's Fluff's 100 arm. Okay.
yes.
Fluffy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's winning Fluff's 100R here.
So the story behind this is that I sent Ryan the 10th anniversary 120 because Fluff has always been, from the start, has always been a 100R guy. He's never really like he's tried every 120 and he was never like the Purple Channel was kind of always take it or leave it for him, I think, and he was always a huge Red Channel fan.
Yeah.
And I built when we were doing the launch for the 10th anniversary 120, I called him and was just like, hey man, can I send you one of these to check out and, you know, possibly do a video on? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I want to also take a step back and just say that, like, Fluff was the first YouTuber to do any videos about any of our stuff. And
Yeah.
like a little backstory for you guys. We went to our first NAMM show in January of 2015. So Dan and I met late in 2013. And we kind of decided to partner up, and Rev, as everybody else now knows it, kind of started in like January 2014.
Yeah.
We spent that whole year kind of like, you know, trying to build things up and get to the point of getting to the NAMM show and preparing for that. And
Yeah.
I remember talking to you beforehand, and you like, you know, like I don't know if I had to convince you really or not, but like we had the conversation of like, man, you're gonna need to quit your job. Like like, cause you had a day job up until like November, and we're like, we're gonna be so busy. This is gonna be awesome. And
I remember.
yeah. So anyway, we go to the NAMM show thinking, well, thinking we're hot shit and that we're gonna sell like 150 amps at least. Because how could you sell less than that? There's 125,000 people at the show. How could you possibly sell less than 100 amps?
Totally.
Well, we found out very quickly that 125,000 people, only about 2,000 or 3,000 of them actually come to see you when they don't, when no one knows who you are, and you end up selling 1 amp to an artist for a discount, and you lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting at the end of the first night, just being like, "Oh man, how do we get more people to like stop?" Like we had done we gave away a generator 740. Like we were doing some stuff to try to get
things out. We
Yeah.
were just approaching people in the aisle. Just come check our stuff out.
Yeah, and it wasn't doing anything. And I remember that night you were like, the end of the first night, you're like, "Well, I'm gonna go talk to this guy, Fluff," or you were gonna message Fluff, and you're like, "And I'm gonna message Ola England," and I'm like, "Who are they?"
Yeah.
And I knew nothing about YouTube at the time.
Right.
And I remember the next day, Fluff came by, and so did Ola, to check our stuff out. And Ola was with Washburn at the time and Randall.
Right. Yeah.
Like
it was
we
low.
couldn't have any, like no photos, anything.
Down the down
And
low.
I remember Fluff played the original Generator 100 and was just like, "Yeah, this is awesome. Like, why don't you send it to me after the show? Like, I can do a video on it. This is how much I charge for a video." And I was like, "Okay." And it was around then, like it was that night that you had kind of told me about the YouTube like gear demo thing.
Yeah.
And then I immediately, when like I left NAMM, I shipped the amp to Fluff. I went on vacation because every year after NAMM I go on vacation for at least a week. And
Much deserved vacation.
I remember sitting there being like on my laptop, like just like scrolling through YouTube, and I'm like, "What is this magic?" Like there's all these people
Yeah.
like showing off all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And
It was a gold mine.
yeah, and that was the start of us working with YouTubers. But
Yeah.
Fluff was the first guy, and the second guy was Glenn Fricker.
Yeah.
And
right.
Glenn didn't come see us at that NAMM show.
It wasn't the first one?
No, he saw our booth, but he
Okay.
didn't come talk to us. He emailed me after the show, and then I sent him a Generator 120. And
Right.
what was amazing was both Fluff and Glenn bought the amps that we sent them. Like Fluff was like, "Hey, how much can I buy this for?" And I'm like, "I can give it to you for X." He's like, "Great, I'll take my fee off and send you the rest." And I was like, "Okay." And from that day forward, like guys like Glenn, like Ryan or Fluff, Robert Baker, Trey Xavier, I mean, those guys became some of our closest friends in this industry. And whenever we launch products, like they are our first calls of like, "Hey, you helped us get to here. Do you want to check this out?"
Yeah.
They
get first dibs.
Even guys like Henning Pauly. I mean, I met Henning because I got into an argument with him at CVS one night when I was going to buy beer at NAMM.
Yeah.
And the rest of you guys left because you were just like, "We're not hanging around here while you
We're just like,
yap at
"Where's
this guy
Derek?"
for an hour." And
Yeah. It was hours,
So-
man.
yeah, I know. I was there for like 2 hours arguing with him about Kempers.
I remember
And,
getting back to the house and I was like, "Where the hell is Derek, man? I don't know. I think
Yeah.
he's still at that store talking to that guy." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. So
Yeah. And thankfully he did.
So anyway, so back to Fluff. So I sent him the 10th anniversary 120, and he never asks to keep anything. He just does a video and sends it back, he didn't even do a video on it. I don't even know if there is a video, but he called me one day and he's like, "Yeah, this amp is amazing," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you," and he's like, "Can I keep it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like." You never asked for anything. Sure.
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, sweet." And then he told me when he saw that we had done the giveaway with Ola, because Ola got a 10th anniversary, and it was kind of the same thing where Ola was like, "Well, I don't need two, so what do we do with the other one?" I'm like, "Well, let's give the other one away."
Yeah.
And then
Great.
this guy here, Fluff was like, "Hey," he's like, "Can we give away that 100R instead?" And he's like, "And then we just traded." And I'm like, "Sure." So that's how this came to be part of the prize pack.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But along with that,
So someone's going to be very, very thankful.
yes, All right. So along with that, you're also going to get this,
Oh my goodness.
which is the Sully Trella Sunrise Burst?
Whoa.
Sunset Burst?
Sunset.
Sunset Burst.
Look at that guitar,
Um,
guys.
And John is in the comments here. I will say, and I'm not saying this just because John's here, this guitar has been the most stable import guitar that we have ever had come into this shop. The weather here right now is terrible. The neck has not moved at all.
The frets
There's
are
no
not
fret
sharp.
sprout.
Yeah.
It is just amazing. Super comfortable. If you guys don't know Sully guitars, you need to go check them out. Our buddy Kyle's over there now too, helping John, and yeah, I cannot say enough great things about this. I will say one other thing. Sully makes a guitar, I think, he'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is called the 622 or the 624.
That's smoking hot.
Yeah. And the 624, yeah, this is an import guitar. This isn't one of his USA mades. But the
that body
622 is the first like Strat style guitar that I've played in a long time that I honestly would say, I played his personal one at the Dallas Guitar Show, and I would say that it easily rivaled my Schecter. And I was like, this is like the first time I had played
Wow.
another Strat that I was like, this is
Crazy.
as nice. And nothing against anybody else who builds other Strats. My
Yeah, sure.
point in saying that is
Comparison between
Sully
these two.
builds awesome shit, guys.
Yeah.
So you need to check them out.
Yeah. Is that neck through? Yeah, it is, eh?
At set neck, probably.
neck, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Set neck.
really nice. I love that they do like, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but on the back here, like part of the neck is satined out, right? Like the rest of it is like the rest of the finish is glossy, but this is all satined out, so it's just super smooth.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to win that along with some strings and IR packs. Any of the amps will have IR packs from the Worship Tutorials guys or from Two Notes.
Whew, crazy big prize. All right, I guess you guys want to know who's going to get it all, huh? Well, Mike Beard from Edmonton.
Congrats, Mike.
Buddy, look at that pack. Congrats, Mike. It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, and again, huge thank you to Sully for
Yeah, it's amazing.
for sending this over and participating. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Super stoked.
Yeah, appreciate it. I got to know John at the Dallas Guitar Show. I'd played a couple of his guitars over the years because Kyle would always like get something brought over to our booth to try because he was friends with
Right.
friends with Sully, and Perfecto also plays Sully. So I'd played a couple of his, and he has a John makes a guitar called the Raven, and it's like his version of a Firebird, and that guitar is so nice. The Raven that we
Crazy.
had at our booth last year, Luke has just given us the straight head bob. Like,
Yeah, I remember that guitar.
Yeah, like awesome guitars. So check out Sully Guitars when you guys get a chance. And then where's Edmonton? Edmonton is in Alberta, Canada.
Yeah.
So, and then, all right. So the day 12 prize
Ooh, getting real now.
is the grand prize, or I don't know if we could really call it the grand prize because they're kind of
They're all pretty big.
all of the guitar pack prizes are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, so for day 12, we have got a D40. So the new Dynamis D40. Also, the Novo Voltour, which is the guitar that's right beside you there, Dan. Novo sent us over a couple of guitars to check out and told us that they wanted to participate, and they let us choose, and we all kind of unanimously in the shop picked this guitar. It's amazing. I know I've said that word way too many times tonight, but it's true. One of my favorite guitars, like definitely in like my top 2 or 3, is I have the Novo Ceres J, which is this guitar right here. And I feel like that guitar feels like the brother to this or the sister to this, right? Like they're both black with white pick guards. And
Yeah, that's a nice guitar.
yeah,
Wow.
nice maple necks.
Crazy
and,
good.
Novo's based out of Nashville, builds really killer stuff.
Yeah.
Really good guys working at Novo, our good friend Travis, who used to be with us, is the general manager over there.
Yeah.
So we've got the D40, the Nova Voltour, some strings from our friends over at Stringjoy, and IR packs. And who's that going to, Dan?
Jeremy Baker.
Yeah,
Man,
out of the
congrats,
USA.
Jeremy. Yeah, dude. Wow. You guys just cleaned house tonight. That is a nice guitar.
It's awesome.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Novo has at NAMM in a few weeks, and Sully,
Yeah.
and like, I don't think Schecter will be at NAMM, but Schecter's going to lend us some guitars for NAMM, so I'm looking forward to going to Schecter and
Yeah.
seeing
Just
what's
see what's
what,
going
but,
on, for sure.
Yeah, so
Man.
congrats, Jeremy. That's it for the 12 Days of Christmas from us this year, guys, and and girls, if there are any girls
Yeah.
watching, but.
Thank you all for
Yeah.
entering this year. We really appreciate all the support, and just continue to let us know how we can make it better throughout the years, like what was mentioned, and we'll just continue to try and give away as much as we can next year.
There's Jeremy there. What's up, Colton? Hey, Colton, just heads up. I don't know, actually, anybody watching, if you are in either Denver area, Fargo, North Dakota, or in, where else we going? Salt Lake City area, Utah. Bo, myself, and Luke are going to be headed out on the way to NAMM, and we're going to be stopping in your cities. And Colton will message you, but we're going to have the night off the day before in Denver to come hang out. So, yeah. So,
Yeah, and there it is, folks.
yeah. Darren, awesome. Yeah, we're going to be in Fargo on our way to NAMM in just under 2 weeks. So, is that right? Just under 2 weeks?
5 days of Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get a pick for the first 356 days.
Yes. So yeah, and if you guys aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, like make sure you're subscribed. We do run contests like this, more than once throughout the year.
Yeah.
So definitely, follow us. We try not to spam you with a bunch of useless shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the
So,
goods.
Yeah.
So be paying attention.
Somebody asked when we're going. We're going to be there on Wednesday, the 15th. What is when we're going to be in Fargo of January. So, when can we expect a G1 pedal?
Yeah, I've been working on that for a few years now. Just haven't perfected it. Sorry.
Yeah, nice, Colton. We'll hit you up once we know a little more about when we're getting into town. So, thanks, Mike. Mike, our post office is kind of back open. I don't know when they're accepting packages from overseas
Yeah.
yet, though. So,
Yeah.
we'll see. They're always slow. Anybody else in here coming to NAMM this year?
Yeah. Who are we going to see?
Yeah. We're Dan and I'll be at NAMM with Luke and Bo and Scott and Dorian and Manny. And who else is coming? Sam's on tour, so he won't be with us, but
I think that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So the crew.
Happy New Year, Scott. We'll definitely see you in Anaheim, and anybody else that's going to be in Anaheim. Will there ever be a Rev bass pedals or amps?
Man, I get that a lot lately.
Same.
Yeah. At some point,
Hey, Tanner.
perhaps there will be. We're just trying to knock out one thing at a time, and so far, bass pedals are not on that list. But
Yeah.
maybe one day. Yeah.
How about a plaid channel? Nice.
I'll get to work.
Yeah. Stock up on Fisherman's Friends and Lemon Tea. NAMM Voice will hit early this year, I think. Yeah. Luckily, we have
Yeah.
like a meeting room, so
Yeah. We duck out.
it's been years since I lost my voice during the show.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
think I have either in a while.
And I've only gotten Namthrax once, knock on wood. Hopefully I don't get it this year.
I've never got it.
Yeah.
I've never got it in 10 years, so
I got it in 2020, and
it was nasty too.
I
Wasn't
swear that it was COVID before COVID
yeah.
was really out everywhere.
it? Sure it was.
Because, yeah, I was really sick.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Oh.
it's never been good though.
Colton's asking for a winter recap. We got to go back all the way through all the slides then. Okay, so day one prize is Tanner Taylor, where you got a jacket and t-shirt. Day two prize is Colton Brownlee. Got a hockey jersey, a hoodie, and a toque, aka a beanie. Day three is Tilt Overdrive and a G3 anniversary pedal going to Ben Wondersits of Victoria, Australia. Day four was the Perfecto pack, the Tilt Boost, the Hybrid Fuzz, the Bad 94, and the G3 going to Harley Gomez. Day five was Sam's pedalboard essentials. So G8, Tilt Boost, Northern Mauler, Keeley compressor, cables and strings going to Adric Areola out of Mexico. Day six was my pedalboard essentials. So a chat breaker, Tilt Boost, G2, Carbon Cockpit Deluxe, some strings and or a cable, I guess. That's going to John Joe Williams out of the UK. Day seven was a G-Series anniversary pedal set, the Two Notes Opus, Keeley Zoma, and some IR packs to go with it, going to Rob Tidwell, which I didn't write down where Rob was from, but
he's
Rob
the winner.
Tidwell. So day eight was the live stream board, the Temple Audio board, G3, G8, Tilt, Chat Breaker, Power Brick Pro, and the Keeley Halo, and that's going to Derek Clausen out of BC. And then day nine, it's the D25, the Eventide H90, worship tutorials, presets, and IR packs, and that was going to Marty Hoyord, I think.
From Montana.
Sorry if I didn't say that properly. Day 10 was his choice, either D20 or G20, the Nick Johnson HSS Strat, some strings, and IR packs going to Rico De Luna out of Winnipeg. The day 11 was Fluff's 100R, the Sully Trella, some strings and an IR pack, and that was going to Mike Beard out of Edmonton. And then day 12 was the D40, the Novo Vulture, some strings, and an IR pack going to Jeremy Baker, who is also in America, maybe in Tennessee. Don't remember right now. So
He's in the chat,
yeah,
so he can tell you.
yeah. So there's your Rico. Hey, what's up, Nick? Nicholas Rice,
Nick Rice.
hanging out.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Thanks for popping in.
Braxel, you can customize the 10th anniversary amp. You just have to message us. You could also just order like a custom generator 120 revision B on the website, and then just say, put in the comments like, please make 10th anniversary, and that's fine. It just was too much of a pain to try to set up the customizer to have like two separate things, like one for the 10th anniversary. So yeah. So
There it is.
yeah. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Oh, Nick, awesome. We'll see you guys down at NAMM.
Yeah, if you're at NAM, come to the Red booth. Come say hi.
Jason Moss says you missed calling me out for winning day 13. The prize pack containing nothing as usual.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
I have a guitar pick for day 13 right here.
We had
But you gotta pay for postage.
we had close to 10,000 people who entered. So obviously not everybody can win, but we do our best, and we do check, just so you guys know. There are some people that we could see that had like illegal entries where like they would make up a fake name but have the same IP address and same emails and stuff like that. So we do watch for that kind of stuff, and if they pop up in the winner group, they get disqualified.
Yeah.
Just to try to make it as fair as possible.
Oh yeah.
Can you please say winner of the second chance draw is Mike Jeeves? Nice.
Second chance draw.
Hey Pierre, how's it going? Yeah.
Hey Pierre.
Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
So thanks everybody. We're gonna get out of here because, to be honest, I have to finish building the NAMM booth because it needs to go in a trailer, and
Yeah.
that trailer needs to hook up to my
Time
truck
is
in like
of
2
the
weeks.
essence.
So you just got to give away 10,000 things. I mean, if it wasn't so expensive to ship, I would just say like, you won a pick.
Yeah.
And send you like 2 or 3 picks. But
Yeah.
Canada Post went on strike, and I'm
Yeah.
sure once everything is resolved back, it's not going to be cheaper to ship things. So
Yeah.
yeah, tax write-offs. Yes, but you need to first make money
Yeah.
in order
There
to
it
need
is.
tax write-offs. And
Exactly.
don't worry about that. We don't need any this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
This year, I will say, like, on a serious note to all of you guys, any of you that bought any gear from us, or honestly from any company this year, I believe has probably been the hardest year
Yeah.
for our business,
Yeah.
as well as almost every gear manufacturer I know. There are a lot of companies that I've talked to that have been close to having to close their doors, and there's definitely been a lot of people lose their jobs this year
Yeah.
because our industry has just been hit really hard because of inflation. And we completely understand that, if you don't have money, you shouldn't try to spend it. So
Yeah.
it's not that we're like, hey, you should buy more stuff, but
Yeah.
know that we truly are all extremely grateful for any of you that have supported us or any of our friends along the way and help us keep the lights on and keep the doors open. It's very greatly appreciated.
So much,
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
So, yeah. Braxel, good question, man. What about the new tariffs? How is that
What
going to
about those
affect
tariffs?
things? Boy, if you could call
Oh boy.
the president-elect, and if you could also call the Prime Minister of Canada and ask them what they're going to do about that, and if they could let us know,
Yeah,
it would be great. But
great.
we have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, as of right now, obviously Trump has threatened that we might get tariff 25% for anything going into the U.S. And I can tell you that we don't have 25% of profit margin
give away.
in our product. So
Yeah.
probably things will have to get more expensive. Jacob English, also the Canadian government sucks and makes it hard for anybody and any business to survive. I think that's pretty true of all governments for the most part. Like, I think, there's always it doesn't matter where you are, the grass is always greener with whatever other political party or whatever other government could be better. But
what you guys need to do is send Justin Trudeau a little bit of a message, asking him, persuading him even
yes.
to take a hike.
Yeah,
Then all
you could
things will
do
be pretty
that.
good.
I don't care if he leaves, to be honest. I just fix the problems, and hopefully no tariffs between us and the U.S. would be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
And if just politicians could get their shit together while the rest of us, get to figure out how to struggle through to make a buck.
Yep. That's hard enough.
You know what I mean? And they
So
get to,
wait.
they get to make decent salaries and sometimes not work at all. So, right now, the Canadian government is not working at all. So, not all government employees, politicians. Sorry. So,
But we will keep trying to do what we can do.
wait, tariffs only hurt consumers? Well, that's a really long and really in-depth conversation.
And no, he's not related to me. Just because you asked.
Yes.
He is not related
We'll
to
just
me.
add Canada as the 50th state. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen either. Just saying, but well, we're not going to solve any of the political problems anywhere in the world. So
We make amplifiers.
hopefully the powers that be will just make it so that we can continue to build stuff here, and we want to be able to continue to keep our manufacturing in Canada, and so
Exactly.
we'll see what happens.
Yep.
So there's a great trade deal on the table next to the tariffs card. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I'm not part of any of that shit, so.
We just got to wait and see.
Yep. So
Roll
we'll
with
all
the
find
punches.
out on January 21st or whenever it is. We'll be in America at
Yep.
NAM
Right.
setting up for it, so.
Yeah. And then we'll just have to see what we got to do to survive,
Yep.
just like everybody else.
Yep. So again, thanks everybody, and
So grateful to you guys.
we'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
guys
much.
on the next one. And everybody, hope you have a really awesome 2025.
Absolutely.
And I'm stoked for NAM because I know there's lots of companies that are coming with cool new shit. And here is a little plug for us. We started a podcast with our good friend Joey Landreth here, and it's called The Golden Age of Gear. So if you guys feel like wasting 30 minutes at a time, you can check it out on Spotify, or you can check it out on our YouTube channel. And it's just Joey and I sitting and talking about the fact that we really both feel like we live in the golden age of gear, where there's just like an abundance of everything, and it's all great.
It's never been better.
Yeah.
Never been
So,
better.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
guys.
When is the next 12 days of Christmas? December 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah. Provided there's no huge tariffs that
Yeah.
you
If
know,
the lights are still
ruin
on,
us. Yeah.
there'll be another one. So let us know how we can improve it.
Yep.
Sign up next year. Everybody
Yep.
needs to come back to it again because we'll be here if we can. And,
You bet.
Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful 2025.
You know, we might have some new stuff at NAM. You guys will have to wait and see what
Yeah.
comes out of NAM.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Mom's the word for now.
Okay. All right, everybody. Cheers.
See you guys.